that I think she is single-handedly responsible for the downfall of Europe and personifies, let's just say, everything that is wrong with modern politics, everything that is going wrong in Europe, then I mean it. I think that is on Ursula von der Leyen. What else is she known for? Of course, the fact that she is willing, or seems to even want to, drag us all into World War III by saying that she will continue to support Ukraine with our taxpayers' money, of course, no matter what. So what has Ursula von der Leyen announced in the past, let's just say 2 weeks? 1. The Rearm Europe plan, which is ultimately the idea to allocate 800 billion euros to a European defense fund, which, of course, indirectly or even directly, will go all directly to Ukraine. What else? 4.4 billion euros for a genocidal anti-white regime in South Africa to establish a energy transition, which of course is completely useless, will never happen, but we, the European people, are paying for it. So this morning I tweeted that I will not stop doing what I'm doing until the EU is abolished and until Ursula von der Leyen is in jail, where I think that she belongs. And I figured it might be important to just go over who Ursula von der Leyen is, what she is responsible for, which I think she's responsible for the downfall of Europe essentially, and what she is currently doing, because it's a lot to keep up with, and it's a lot of insanity especially to keep up with, that she has announced in the past, let's say 2 weeks, to get back to basics.
In today's video, we are tackling an urgent issue that's been reverberating throughout Europe: the leadership of Ursula von der Leyen, the President of the European Commission. In a bold statement, Eva Vlaardingerbroek recently declared that she will not stop until the EU is abolished and that Ursula von der Leyen should be jailed. It's a powerful declaration reflective of the growing frustration among European citizens. Let's take a moment to unpack who Ursula von der Leyen is and the significant responsibilities she holds. As the head of the European Commission, she occupies perhaps the most powerful position within the EU. However, it is crucial to highlight that von der Leyen was not elected by us, the people. She was nominated in 2019 and renominated in 2024, despite ongoing investigations into allegations of corruption. This raises serious questions about democratic accountability. Ursula von der Leyen is known for several controversial initiatives. The EU Green Deal is one of the first that comes to mind. While it aims to combat climate change, many argue that it has led to the strangulation of our economy and our farmers. The measures associated with this deal appear to threaten local economies, particularly in rural areas. Farmers, who are the backbone of our food supply, are increasingly feeling the pressure of policies that seem disconnected from the realities of their daily lives. Then there's the EU Migration Pact, which has fundamentally reshaped discussions about identity and safety in Europe. Many feel that this policy promotes a form of replacement politics. People are increasingly concerned that Europe is losing its cultural identity and that their safety is jeopardized. Reports of rising crime rates and a sense of insecurity have left many feeling alienated in their own countries. These sentiments underscore a growing frustration towards a leadership that appears out of touch with the lived experiences of ordinary citizens. We cannot overlook the scandal involving her handling of the COVID-19 vaccine contracts. Von der Leyen single-handedly negotiated a staggering 35 billion euros deal with Pfizer, using text messages to communicate messages that have never been made public despite numerous requests for disclosure. The concerns over transparency in this deal are compounded by the fact that her husband works closely with Pfizer. This raises significant ethical red flags and casts doubt on her integrity. Recently, von der Leyen's actions have raised alarms. She seems intent on dragging us into further conflicts, such as the ongoing situation in Ukraine. Her commitment to continue providing support to Ukraine with taxpayer money has sparked outrage, especially as many citizens struggle with their own economic challenges. Questions must be asked. Why are we prioritizing military aid to foreign conflicts at the expense of our domestic needs? In recent weeks, her announcements have included the Rearm Europe plan, which proposes allocating a staggering 800 billion euros to a European defence fund. This money, of course, will likely funnel directly or indirectly into the Ukrainian conflict. There's a sense of disillusionment among Europeans who feel their government should focus on pressing domestic issues rather than conflict abroad. Furthermore, consider her allocation of 4.4 billion euros aimed at South Africa for energy transitions. This funding, seen as supporting regimes accused of various human rights abuses, is perceived as wasteful and misguided. Many wonder why European funds are being directed to foreign nations when our own citizens are facing escalating energy costs. In addition to these missteps, von der Leyen has engaged in what many describe as interference in local politics, such as her involvement in Romanian elections. This level of meddling raises serious concerns about national sovereignty and the autonomy of member states. Citizens deserve to have the power to choose their own leaders without external influence from an unelected body. Perhaps most alarmingly, Ursula von der Leyen has hinted at a plan allowing the EU to access our private savings for European investments. This is not merely a fiscal policy, it is a direct challenge to personal rights and ownership. Imagine the dread of knowing that your hard-earned savings could be repurposed without your consent. Such proposals illustrate a disturbing trend where the EU seeks to infringe on personal liberties under the guise of economic necessity. When we analyse von der Leyen's tenure, it becomes clear that she embodies everything that many believe is wrong with modern politics. The concentration of power in the hands of an unelected official who acts as if she rules over European nations is inherently problematic. She operates with a level of authority that is not sanctioned by the electorate, raising critical questions about democratic governance. In a climate where people's voices are often drowned out by bureaucratic indifference, the calls for Ursula von der Leyen's resignation are justified. Many citizens feel that their leadership should be accountable, transparent, and in tune with the realities of everyday life. As it stands, the EU seems to be more about expanding bureaucratic power than genuinely representing the people. Ultimately, there must be a reckoning. It is time for the EU to be reconsidered fundamentally. Eva Vlaardingerbroek's statement resonates deeply because it advocates for a structure that places power back into the hands of the people. To combat the rising tide of unelected bureaucracy, we need a system that prioritizes accountability and representation over elite interests. In conclusion, let's not forget that a country, a nation, thrives only when its leadership is aligned with the will of its people. As we face myriad challenges from economic woes to cultural changes, it's vital that we demand leaders who not only hear us, but genuinely represent us. We stand at a crossroads, and the future of Europe depends on our collective commitment to hold those in power accountable. Thank you for watching today. I hope this discussion inspires you to reflect on the democratic values we hold dear. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and remember to subscribe for more insightful content on these pressing issues.